All right.
Yes.
Go back. All right. Wonderful. Thiru, thank you very much for joining. I congratulate you for transitioning into data science career.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. So it's a success story organized by DataMites. So I would like to know your profile. Just introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. My name is Thirunavukkarasau, and I converted into a data scientist from a Trinity Mobilities.
Okay. I have a resume with me. I'm going to simply see if I can share it. So this is your resume. So you come from your mechanical background, right?
Yes, sir.
From Anna University. All right. Wonderful. So this resume is in DataMites format. Very good. Okay. So you're a fresher, if I understand it, apart
Yes.
from the internship from your base. All right. Okay. All right. And then, okay, I see you're very good in academics.
Yes, sir.
So, we can start the webinar.
Okay.
I welcome everyone who are joining this session. This is another session from DataMites, celebrating the success of one of the data science students. Also, the important goal is to share his experience and transitioning into data science career. So we picked up someone from Chennai. So Chennai is a new branch for DataMites. So we picked up Thiru, who has successfully transitioned his career to data science through the course from DataMites. Right? As you can see, Thiru has a background from mechanical engineering, and he straight away joined DataMites. Thiru, how did you find DataMites?
From internet only.
All right, straightforward. Okay, when did you join? Which batch?
I'm joined in June 2022 batch.
June?
June 2022 batch.
Okay, so yeah, so almost a year, isn't it? Right.
Yes.
When did you get placed?
June 2023.
So it took a year for you to get into a job. When did you complete your course? From June 2022. When was the course completed? Is it around December, January?
December only.
Okay, December. How is your Python knowledge before you joined the course? Do you know programming before?
Yes, sir.
You have a bit of programming knowledge.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So in this entire course, which part you felt it difficult?
For me, time series somewhat will difference.
Time series, okay. So are you good with machine learning? You
Yes.
find it easy?
Yes, sir.
Very good. How many hours per day you spend on learning?
I spent 4 to 5 hours in reading, sir.
That's very good. We say about 4 hours. So you spent nearly an average on about. So it was 6 months of preparation, isn't it? From June 2022 till the December and January 2023, you spent about 6 to 7 months learning data science related topics, including Python, statistics, and machine learning. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many interviews you attended to?
I attended 5 to 6 interviews, sir.
Okay. So this is a 6th interview which you got the break, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What was your learning from your past 5 to 6 interviews?
My personal experience is about how to answer the proper way of answering the questions, what the interviewers ask me, but only I learned from that interviews.
Mostly the presentation skills you were lacking before, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So one of the reason we have picked up Thiru being successful is because your soft skills are important, but your technical skills are much more important when it comes to data science, because your analytical skills of analyzing data is more important. Thiru had a decent presentation skills before, and one of the reasons 5 interviews were not cleared, mostly because of the presentation skills, isn't it, Thiru?
Yes, sir.
Then how did you practice? How did you get better? I would ask.
By practicing only.
Are you
I
practicing?
practice more. So only.
Okay. How was the help from Pat team in improving your skills in terms of interview preparation?
Yes,
Pat
sir.
is the placement assistance team from DataMites. Yes.
Yes, sir, it's good only. They are giving interview about 4 to 5 per month, sir. I have to practice more to get places.
So you cleared the DataMites mock interview in first attempt, or you took more attempts?
I got in first attempt I got 5.5 like that. In second attempt only I cleared that. Bad attempts.
Out of 10, you got 5.5 at the first attempt. Second attempt, how much was the score?
6.
Okay, wonderful. 6 is actually cut off, which is very good. That's just fairly good enough because most people actually take the second attempt to clear it. And after that, you got 5 interviews from outside, right? So
Yes.
I understand your presentation and your interview skills was a reason for not clearing the first. But is there anything else from technical perspective? Did you find any areas in these first 5 interviews which you could have done better?
In my technical wise I am somewhat good, sir, but communication wise is not better. Right? So only for me.
So it's purely on the technical communication, you missed the first 5 things, right?
Yes.
Okay, which company you currently got selected? I think I have somewhere in my messaging, but what company you got selected now?
Trinity Mobility Private Limiters, Bangalore.
Bangalore itself. You are from Chennai, right?
Yes.
So you're moving to Bangalore. Oh, you already moved to Bangalore for the DataMites course. You're from online course or classroom batch?
Offline only. Classroom.
Oh, you're from classroom batch. So you already moved to Bangalore, joined the classroom batch in Bangalore in DataMites. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
Are you currently in Bangalore or in Chennai?
I'm in Bangalore only.
Okay. You joined the job?
July 24th.
July 24th. So you've been already working about 20 days now.
Yes, sir.
How is the new job?
Good, sir.
You're learning things?
Yes, sir. It's very good company. I'm learning.
Okay, very good. So I'm pretty sure if you work 1 year, your communication skills will reach to the level which is required. But as said before, one of the reason you are inspiring is that communication skills is not the blocker. Well, obviously, everyone would like to have a better communication skills. That's one of the requirements in the market, but that's not really a blocker. So a lot of people in the market hesitant to actually even apply for the jobs, thinking that they are very poor in communication skills. Thiru did not give up, and that's one of the reasons we are organizing this success story. I'm very proud that you cracked Thiru. So now it's your next step is to basically get more experience and also the way you communicate and stuff. To add more value to the viewers of this particular session, do you have any points in terms of, it's very clear that you struggled with the communication, but what's your inspiration? How did you actually got that courage of attending interviews, in fact, clearing one? Can you give me some tips for the people who are at your level?
We want job, we want to communicate, and technically want to be very strong, sir. So we want to practice more. It's only one way. But
so practice is only one way. What are the things you have done? Have you practiced with your friends and colleagues, friends in your room? How did you improve your skills?
yes, sir, by practicing with my old friends and the colleagues only.
So out of these 3 things, Python, statistics, and machine learning, keeping the communications things aside, which one you found it difficult? Is it Python, statistics, or machine learning?
Statistics is somewhat difficult one to learn.
Statistics. Okay. So have you referred any material apart from DataMites material for statistics?
Yes, sir. I watched in DataMites YouTube channel also in some parts.
DataMites YouTube channel. Okay. So you did not refer any other books or any other resources for statistics?
No, sir.
Okay. I think DataMites have significant extensive materials already. And if you just go through that, it should be enough. Okay. Very good. So you're from mechanical domain, actually. Now, what is your current work? Could you just give me details about your work? What is your expected to do in your job?
As a data scientist, I am working in ML machine learning projects.
Okay. So you are supposed to fine tune the data and build the models?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Where did you learn this? Like I understood from the DataMites placement team that you're good in machine learning, right? The only reason was your communication, that you're really good in machine learning. How did you got that much of command over the machine learning in over like 7 or 8 months? Did you practice the Kaggle project? How did you learn machine learning?
Yes, I practice the Kaggle data sets. So only.
So significantly use Kaggle data sets along with the DataMites things.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the interview, did they ask any machine learning questions to you? Of course,
Yes.
they should have, right? Can you help us with few questions? What kind of questions you faced in the
They ask about statistics and machine learning algorithms.
specific? Yeah.
And they ask Pythons also.
Okay. Any specific question they asked in the interview in machine learning, Kiru? Do you remember?
They ask about random forest and ensemble techniques questions also.
Random forest. Of course, I think you would have answered it. So how depth was the question? They asked simply, could you explain about random forest, or did they ask more details about how did it work? And
First, they starting with algorithms. After they go into in-depth.
what kind of in-depth questions they have asked? It's okay if you don't remember, but if you remember, it will be very helpful for the people who are preparing for the internship. So, for the interviews.
Okay.
All right, good. So typically what they ask is the application of the algorithms in your projects, because most of the companies are interested, how are you applying machine learning knowledge to your projects? That's which actually is important overall, right? But having said that, you need to also have a conceptual knowledge, how a machine learning algorithm works. For example, random forest works by building a tree. It's a bagging technique, right? Builds a multiple trees, right? And you should be very good at the conceptual level as well. And I can tell you, when you really get into the work, delivering projects, the conceptual knowledge is not that much used. So you study that. Theoretical knowledge is important. It's more about the practical knowledge about how do you prepare the data, how do you do the modeling, and how do you fine tune overall. Okay. Thiru, what do you say for the people? I know you're saying hard work is important and you should not give up. That's been said a couple of times. Apart from that, the people who are coming from mechanical background, let's say from Chennai region or your region, who are not really good in communication, what is your message to them? Because you are a successful person now. So what's your message to the people who are similar to your background? What do you want to say? Study well is don't give up. Yeah, please.
They try to speak it and practice only, sir. By taking practice only, they can make it to good position.
Okay. So consistent practice is what you're saying. 4 to 5 hours every day.
They want to ready with whatever happened in interview. They want to ready with whatever the question you will ask.
They should be ready for any questions they might ask in the interviews.
Yes.
Right. Have you practiced any set of questions? Like I think DataMites have about 1,000 questions or 500 questions. Did you practice all of the questions for the interview?
Yes.
Okay. So what I can see from your success is the sheer hard work of putting 5 hours every day, practicing all the questions and all the materials, participating in the Kaggle, and diligently giving interviews. Even though you failed 5 interviews, I heard from the PAT team that you're very enthusiastic about attending more and more interviews, and you finally cracked one. So I appreciate that. I think that's a clear message we can take from Thiru's success. I do not have any further questions from my side, Thiru. I would like to open the channel for people who are in this session. to ask any questions. And request DataMites team to see if you have any questions from LinkedIn or YouTube. You can copy paste here, and we can take it from there. Oh, I see that I did not open the chat channel. Let me open that. Now everyone can actually post things into the chat. All right. So any questions to Thiru? Just to summarize, he is a fresher from Chennai with a basic communication skills, have no background on machine learning or programming whatsoever. So he has joined the DataMites course in June 2022. So now he had just got placed last month, and he's been working as a data scientist for 20 days. It took an year for him, but the lesson learned is sheer hard work without any background either on statistics, Python, or machine learning. He managed to learn and actually master all of that, and even overcome the communication problem he had, and finally cracked and is been working as a data scientist. That's his success story. And I'm really proud, and I thank Thiru for taking time to share his success story. So if you have any questions to him, you can put it over there. So I have one question from Eric Wanga. I'm yet to join. What are the basic requirements? Well, as such, there is no requirements, Eric. So if you have a decent degree and recommended if you have math background, that's good enough. If you know programming, that's great. If not, that's not a problem. So as such, there is no requirement. You need to have a degree. That's kind of like a minimum requirement for most of the big companies, right? All right. So I have questions from LinkedIn and other channels. What projects have you done during the internship? That's a question for you, Thiru. What projects you have done in your internship with DataMites?
I have done a car price prediction project, sir.
Price prediction project and the cars project. Okay.
Yes.
What was the cars project?
There's a regression problem, sir. You want to find the car price based on the input data.
Okay. So essentially pricing of the car regression issue. Okay. Any other projects you have done in internship?
I have done a second clustering problem. I have done some.
Clustering, which is unsupervised machine learning. All right. Very good. Thank you. I have a question from Gayam Sunil. How many coding questions they have asked in Python? How many coding questions, like Python coding questions they have asked?
Yes, sir. They asked in mainly in data structures into the sets, list, like that only they asked.
So sets, list, tuple, data frame, is that what they mostly focused on?
Yes.
Okay. Most people ask about lists and manipulation of lists because that's really important in data manipulation. And of course, data frame from pandas as well. Very important. How many questions they would have asked in Python? That was the actual question from Sunil.
4 to 5 they asked.
4 to 5. Okay, that's straightforward. Thank you. I have a question from Sarvesh. What are the Python related questions asked in mock interview?
Mock interview, sir. 4 to 5 questions they asked in mock interviews.
Okay, similar questions what you have in the interview as well, because the mock interview from DataMites is conducted by the placement team. Essentially, they have the bunch of questions collected from interviews organized in last. Normally, we have a database of all 5-6 years of interview questions, but we normally take the last 4 to 5 months, right? And to keep it relevant. So the most questions being asked are from the latest interview questions which candidates face. Sarvesh. So I have a question from Neela Kant from LinkedIn. Can you please suggest how to practice in Kaggle? Oh, there is a complete tutorial there's a resource in DataMites which basically explains how to practice questions in Kaggle. But Thiru, as you are here, how did you practice in Kaggle? What was your approach?
First, I want to think of what is the problem I want to solve to practice that. That is it. If I want to solve any regression or classification problem, based on that, I will download the dataset and I will practice.
Okay, so based on whatever you wanted, like classification regression, so you download the data set. Do you also check the coding of the people who have done in Kaggle competition? Because that's what I normally suggest to people. Did you check the way the leaders board have done it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Neelkant, what I normally suggest is one is participating in the live competition. That's you can do it maybe at a later state of time. The best way to do it is look at the standard competitions, problems, classification, regression, whatever. Look at the leaderboards, look at the problem statement first, the use case, and then the data. And then you do something by yourself based on your knowledge, and you compare your results with the leaders board result, not just the final accuracy, which anywhere you do it, but the approach. How did you do the data cleaning, data preparation, EDA, exploratory data analysis? What kind of models we have trained? How does hyperparameter tuning happen? And how did you finally achieve that accuracy, which become a top in this competition? So if you keep doing it for many projects, right? You pick a project, you look at 3-4 leaders board coding because they all share it on the Kaggle itself. That give you a very different perspective, and the learning will be very active. That's a standard approach we take for looking into the Kaggle. Okay. I have a question from YouTube. Is a degree a must? No, I think that's what I told just now. So I'm going to give a complete perspective on that. Degree is not a must. There are a lot of startups, small companies, including in Rubik's, we don't mandate degree, right? We are a small company of 200 folks, but all very talented. We do a global projects. We don't mandate degree, right? Small startups, small companies, medium-sized companies do not require a degree. So if you don't have a degree, not a problem. If you have a good skill, you can join a small company. From there, you can go to a big company if you want. Actually, small companies offer more spectrum, more scope for learning things. So to answer your question, degree is not required. It's not a must. But if you are planning to join a large MNC company, degree becomes one of the criteria, given that you don't have a prior experience. If you have a prior experience, then even for a larger companies, degree is not really asked for. Okay. So do not worry about it. If you don't have, don't worry about it. I have a question from Vankatesh from LinkedIn. How many interview rounds you have attended in interviews? So Thiru, the job you just got placed, how many levels of interviews, how many rounds of interview attended?
3, sir.
3 rounds. Okay. So how many technical rounds? Is that maybe I think the last one is HR. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So is it 2 technical rounds and then a HR?
First is a mock interview, sir. And second one is a technical interview, third one HR interview.
Okay, so mock is from DataMites, right? It doesn't count. So from a client perspective, you attend only 2 interviews, technical interview and a HR interview. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Hope that answers the question. How many attempts do you get to pass the certification? I can answer this question. So there are different certifications for IABAC. You get, I mean, obviously, if you fail in the exam, there is a 15 days gap and you get another attempt for IABAC, which is a European body. For NASCOM, there is for every attempt, you have $20, right? So I think the first attempt is covered. The next attempt is $20 you need to pay for it. So for every certification, there is different because the bodies are different, right? So you can check that information from DataMites itself. They have a very clear structure on it. Eric again has a question. My background is diploma in business management. I got interest in data science. Can I start without? Yeah, you can, Eric. It's a clear answer. Yes, of course. All right. I have one question here in Q&A. Let me check that as well. From Emmanuel. It says, greetings, sir. I'm Emmanuel. I'm from Ghana. Presently, I'm participating. Okay, so he's currently taking a course from CDS. Successfully completed my coursework, and I'm already undertaking 3 or 4 exams. I'm curious to ascertain that is there any individuals from Ghana here who previously pursued this course and managed to secure. So I need to check with DataMites. I don't have that data on top of my mind. So I'll get this information. To my knowledge, most people who are placed are 80-90% are in India, and recently 10% people are also getting placed in US, and I have few in European region. Africa, I think I need to get. I know there are a few tens of people got already working as data scientists, but I'm not sure it is from DataMites or they got it from themselves. For your information, Africa is really upcoming area from a data science perspective, and a very less number of qualified people over there. So you should be able to find a job by yourself. Question from Saravanan from LinkedIn. I'm a customer service for 10 years. Career switch to data science advisable? Yes, of course. I would say you should, because customer service is one of the highly disruptive area. It's going through a vast, disruption due to all the technological AI advancement. I think it's a good time. I think you should start to switch to career to data science, because you need at least 8 months to 1 year to switch. Okay, I think we have taken up most of the questions. Vaibhav has a question. How many certifications cover in CDS? See, I think 3 or something are included, and there are another 4 or 5 which can be opted, Vaibhav, including IBM and other certifications. DataMites have all the certifications in the market. It's up to you what you want to opt, because every certification has its own cost being attached. So you need to discuss with DataMites about it. But most of the certification in the market, DataMites have the license for it. Okay. I have a few more questions coming in. Kapil Sharma, how many interview calls online? So there is no limit as such, Kapil. So people get 3 to 4, and they normally get placed in that. If you haven't placed, there is no limitation for it. We keep on arranging interviews for you. But given that you have crossed these mock interviews and scores, which requires effort from your side. Question from Praveen. How relevant is switching job from FMCG sales to data science? It is very feasible. There are a lot of people doing it. I don't really see the field you're currently working is much relevant. What's relevant is your experience and your internship projects in data science. Varmora, is there any exam from DataMites to join the course? No, there is a quick validation from the counselors, and that's it. There is no explicit exam for admission as such, Varmora. The first attempt of every certificate provided by, yeah, correct, Vaibhav. So every first attempt is provided by DataMites. I think only 3 standard certifications, and then it's how you actually choose it. Okay. I hope I answered all the questions, and there are more questions coming in. I have a question from Boma saying that he wants to enroll 1 year. He's from Canada. Additionally, I'm curious if it is possible to have a recommendation letter for you. Yeah, of course. I do that. So please reach me directly. David has a question. I'm currently taking my classes on a self-learning phase. I wonder how long it will be given access, as well as there is no such thing. I mean, normally it's an year, but you can always ask for more time. And DataMites is really flexible in terms of arranging things, even if you want extension of your courseware or you want to re-attend the courses, we do not have any problem. I've been working with DataMites for 5 years. I can vouch that we don't really ask or charge extra money for any of your learning requirements. You can just drop a message and you should be able to get it. Okay. All right. Thank you very much for all the questions. I hope this session is valuable for the people who are attending. Thiru, I congratulate you and thank you for your time. I wish you all the best moving forward in your career.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.